Hello Tubesters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. I just wanted to show HMS Avenger in all her scratch built glory before she goes under paint. I had planned to be painting her today, but we've got really strong winds and driving rain at times, so having the window open to get my spray booth outside is not going to happen today. So unfortunately she gets no primer on. But here she is. I know these whip antennas probably aren't going to last stretch sprue. I just thought, no, I'm going to probably cause more chaos sticking them on afterwards. I'll do them now and just hope for the best. So I'm guaranteed no whip antenna will survive first contact with the enemy. You have to be really. This photo etch is absolutely soft as anything, and will fall off the helideck safety netting that is normally flattened out at the sides. You'll see on ships. You'll see it on HMS Kent when I give you a 1 in 350 scale version in a few days time. I'll have an update on her, and you'll see her helidecking is actually out. I'm glad I decided to keep it up on this one, because it would never. I've had to glue it so many times so far. Bits keep falling off. You can't see a lot, obviously, because if you don't know, I've scratch built this to no plans. I literally put the whole of the Dragon kit, which is, although it's 1 in 700 scale, people online have said when they've looked at reviews afterwards, when I started, it's actually closer to the Airfix 1 in 600 or 1 in 650, whatever it is. And I've had some scale creep, not so much on the lower portions, but where I've just had to make it up. As I never even gave a thought, as I said before, the plastic card I put on the top added like 0.5 of a mil or something, rather than recessing it down. You live and learn. As I say, I will be doing another scratch build one, but I'm hopefully trying to catch some plans off, like free off the internet, even if I've got to work around them a bit. But I'll have other ships, proper 1 in 700 scale ships, being built as well as we go. So the main gun, as you can see, the grey bit at the front, it appears to me slightly smaller than it should be, but it could be because, see, this section here and below is correct to the kit. I've creeped up a bit on this section, so I think it's I don't know, the main gun casement turret seems to be slightly smaller than it should be, and I've raised it up slightly as well, so it is what it is. But yeah, the kit itself is the kit. The build itself is scratch built by me, as you can see, with the yellow and bits is bits of putty, which, although I've sanded, I don't think is going to make it look very nice when it's painted. I needed to have done a better job. But I had the update photo etch stuff for the Dragon Type 21 frigate, which I'd been waiting for a couple of years to get, and finally got one. I could have actually made the funnel area, this engineering section here, I could have made that myself, but what was the point when it came in the upgrade set, so that got used. I mean, realistically, it's just some, well, typically because the helicopter's not stuck on them, but yeah, some little tube bits, and you could form that funnel quite easy, I would imagine, as long as you've got something plan or another piece to go on. But yeah, so the photo etch is obviously from the kit. The grey bits are, I've only used the spares that come with they do Dragon do a generic sprues of a Lynx, different gun turrets, Exocet launchers, that type of stuff, ship's boats. So CCAT launcher. Now the upgrade set did have a CCAT launcher, but for the life of me, just like the radar domes here, or satellite domes, I think they are, I've had to make those out of putty, because I just reckon they're so tiny. I've just swept them away in the bags. I can't see them not have been in the kit. And then there's just generic shapes I've put in. Now I'm thinking about crew. I still am. I haven't got any. and I'm still have got to get a case for her. I was going to do it. I've tried a sea base. It wasn't too bad, but I just thought to myself, put it to one side if it fits the box, because I took the measurements from what I'd read on eBay. You know, the sellers put, you know, the dimensions of the box, but obviously it doesn't tell you inside. So I'm prepared to make a second sea base. The first one as a trial, and the second one because I want it to fit snugly in one of those little covers, perspex covers. So anyway, there we go. That's HMS Avenger. As I've said before, any Royal Navy or ex-Royal Navy that served on these, I apologise. I understand it doesn't look exactly like HMS Avenger. She's a hybrid in scratch building, and she's a hybrid in other things. I've tried to catch stuff of photographs of Avenger, but obviously they're later fits and earlier fits, and then I've had to go onto other Type 21s if I wasn't sure of a particular area. So yeah, she's I mean, I put some little tuning boxes here for more whip antenna. Some showed it on, but they went straight up inside these, so obviously I've done some of. Then I noticed that some of the ships had the whip antenna this end towards the bridge, and yet the one I was following had them under there, which was straight under these. And obviously the size of these whips, they were I couldn't see the whip antennas going up between these other radar fitments. So as I say, thoroughly, as you know, it's taken a while. She sits there a couple of weeks, I don't do anything, then I do a bit more. The railings are whatever I can make. Obviously I'm using the railings from the upgrade set on my scratch building, which obviously is all over the shop, so I've had to twist and move things to make them fit. So again, I understand it's not perfect, but as I say, in a sea fog from 35 miles away, you could probably say it's just about a Type 21. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So one of my favourites of the post-war Royal Navy ships, and I've really enjoyed working on her. And I'm really hoping that when the Airfix catalogue comes out, just as they brought out a couple of the other old vintage ships, that they finally, please Airfix, would you please bring out the Type 21 or the Type 21 and the Leander, or just at least one of them, because we can work off that. They're not perfect in any stretch of the imagination, but they can be converted and stuff, just like I'm going to do with the HMS Devonshire, which will be converted this year into HMS Antrim, I believe I was going to do, not Glamorgan. Or was it Glamorgan? I can't remember which one. I've decided to do the one that was in South Georgia anyway, because she doesn't seem to get as much attention as the other. Anyway, there you go. And I'm going to hopefully convert HMS Fearless, but maybe do as HMS Intrepid, who also doesn't get as much love as HMS Fearless. So I'm hoping to do her as well at some stage. But thanks a lot for stopping by and taking a look at my first attempts at scratch building. What I would say is, if you can get hold of a plan, and there's lots of these, they're free in the sense people put them up, and you've just got to try and catch what you can out of them, because to buy them, they're anything for, and they're for the big model ones, which are often used for radio control, and they're like 35, 40, 50, 60 quid, and I can't afford that. So as long as I can get the whole, I'm never going to do full hull ones. I might do with the Airfix ones as they come out, but with these guys, I like to see them in the water, so it doesn't have to be full hull. But you still need to get some, hull shape as you're looking at head on. I mean, they're not all just flat and in, like this one. I've had to be a bit inventive how I made that really noticeable, like almost like a clipper bow at the front, and they have a noticeable thicker belt here. Yeah, next time you see her, I probably won't show her primered, because it's just primer. So once I'm either fully painted or she's partially painted, I'll give you another look. But I just wanted to show, she's not gone onto the shelf of doom or anything. She's been under a dust sheet waiting for more attention, and as I say, I can't see these whip antennas stopping on. They're held on by super glue, but I've got a feeling they're going to snap off at some stage. But we shall try. I'll mount her on some form of like little bit of blue, spare blue foam I've got or whatever to spray her. Put some post-it notes under her or something. We'll see. But yeah, almost there now. So painting, she's got not a ton, but there's more coming from the main antenna here. There's more what they call it, rigging wire and that to go on. And as I say, crew, I know Starling models do mainly 1 in 700, and they're shut down till 7th, 10th January, something like that. So yeah, we'll see if I put some crew on her or not. I'm just thinking as well, 1 in 700 on my slightly upscaled ship, the crew might look even smaller. So I don't know, we'll wait and see. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, much appreciated. Look after yourselves, and we'll catch each other soon on another video.